Hey guys, this is Jack from tofluency.com. I've just dropped off my son at school, and a few weeks ago I made a video talking about my daily routine. Now, I talked about how it was going to change, and that's what I'm going to discuss in today's lesson. So this is going to give you some really useful listening practice. In that last video, I talked about how my daily routine was going to change. And it was going to change because we were going to have a daughter. Now, we had our daughter about 3 weeks ago, just over 3 weeks ago. So my daily routine, it's hard to call it a routine because every day is different. But anyway, my daily routine after my daughter was born was quite simple. I was at home, looking after my family, doing a tiny bit of work, and then just helping around the house, taking my son to school, playing with my son, helping my wife, making dinner, making breakfast, etc. So I spent about 10 days at home. Now, things have started to settle down a little bit. A great phrasal verb. Things have started to settle down. And this means that I can start doing more work. And I have started working a lot more. Now, at the moment, my routine depends on whether my son goes to school or not. He goes to school 3 days a week. Today's Wednesday. I just dropped him off at school. And this morning was a typical morning at the moment. I'm going to talk about this in the past. So, my son woke up about 5:30. He was playing in his room. We could hear him playing in his room, so we left him to it. We left him just to play in his room for a little bit. But then he started to throw things at the door, and it woke us up again. I went into his room, and it was a complete mess. There were clothes and toys everywhere. He had got into his closet, taken all his clothes and his toys and towels and everything out and just threw them all over the room. So we spent 15 minutes together putting his clothes and everything else away. Came downstairs. I made him some breakfast. I made myself and my wife some coffee. I made a smoothie for everyone. I packed his lunch. Then I took a shower while he was watching TV. Then I got him changed and took him to school. So mornings are crazy here. They're really, really crazy. And it's difficult for me sometimes after doing all this to then think about work, to then settle down again and to concentrate on work. But here I am making a video and I am now in work mode. Now, in that last video, I also talked about what my daily routine was like in the past and what it's going to be like in the future. I want to talk briefly about what a perfect day would look like, because we can talk about a daily routine in a hypothetical way using would. So, on a perfect day, I would wake up at about 5 a.m. I know that sounds crazy, but I would wake up at around 5 a.m. I'd come downstairs, make a coffee, have some coffee, and then do some work. So I'd do some work as soon as I had my coffee. I'd work for about 2 hours, and then my son would wake up, we'd play, we'd go to the gym, and then I'd take him to school. Then I would work some more, have lunch with my wife, work in the afternoon, come home, make dinner, and then play with my family and look after my family. That would be my perfect daily routine. Now, obviously, I could make this completely different. For example, on a perfect day, I would wake up, walk on the beach. Then I'd have some champagne. And then I'd go swimming in a beautiful pool. And then my wife and I would go for a hike in the woods with our family, etc., etc. So you can be very creative when you're talking about hypothetical situations. And that's what I want you to do now. I want you to leave a comment below describing your perfect day, your perfect daily routine. Now, you can make it specific to your life. You can make it more realistic, talking about working at your job now. Or you can do something where you completely make something up, where you make up something, another phrasal verb, where you invent the perfect day for you. And try to use would here, because we use would to talk about hypothetical situations. So you can start the sentence like this: on a perfect day, I would, and then lead on with your sentences. Now, don't repeat would all the time. Listen to what I said before. I'd wake up, have some coffee, and then do some work. So try and use that type of structure with your writing. Now, if you have enjoyed this lesson, then please give it the thumbs up. And also, if you're new, then subscribe and check the description or click on the book to get your free download. It's a 5-step plan for English fluency. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next lesson.